Hello everyone and welcome back to the Leetcode Crime. Today we're working on a mock interview question for on-site for Meta. It is 438 find all anagrams in a string. It is a medium problem and it states given two strings S and P, return an array of all the start indices of P's anagrams in S. An anagram is just a word or phrase formed by rearranging the letters of a different word or phrase, typically using all the original letters exactly once. Okay? And then you may return the answer in any order. And we can go through these examples here. So it's basically stating that given we have this source string and the target, in this case ABC, we go through every character uh, for that range. So these three, and say, can these three in any order be rearranged to form our target? And then we move on. And if so, then we add this index. So this index is a 0. Let's add that here. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, like that. So, hey, there's 1C, 1B, 1A, 1C, 1B, 1A. We can add this to our results and say we have a match. We move on by adding this to our tracking, removing the last one from our tracking, and say, can we meet our target by rearranging these letters? We cannot. Up until here, we're rearranging this, we can get to our target, and then we can add 6. So whatever we did just now, we're basically going to replicate that in code. And simple as that. So why don't we give that a go? We said we first have, first I'm going to get the length just to make it a little easier. The length of S, our source string, and the length of P, which is our target that we're trying to recreate using the substring of this string. And then our goal using counter, we can get a map of the character and the frequency of that character. So this is our goal. And our current string is going to be counter of S, but it'll be S up until the length of our target string. So to start, and we're going to continue to update this cur variable, this cur mapping, as we iterate. This initially started with mapping of CBA. It continued to progress. By here, it was BAC. So cur will continuously get updated, and goal will be our goal. So cur for the size of the length of our target string, and then res will be an empty list, which we will ultimately return. So let's say we return. All right. So to start, we have our first group. We have the first mapping of goal and cur. And just to show you what this looks like, let's say this is going to be cur. Let's give that a run. And as we can see, it returns us a mapping. At this point, all we have to do, and the order doesn't matter, all we care about is the character and its frequency, and that all maps correctly, so we just compare. We literally just compare if the goal, if whatever our current mapping is equivalent to the goal, then you know what, let's add the first index to our result. So we have our data for the first, and then we can start iterating from so if this our size of the target is 3, then we can skip that and start on index 3, which will be at the letter just after the length of our target. So iterating for I in range from P, which is the length of the goal, its index will be just after that first set until the length of our actual source string, the long string. We can say, let's actually bring old char. Old char will be the string at the current position. So if I'm here, I want to go remove this guy. I want to add this guy, but remove this guy. So the length of the target string is 3. So 1, 2, 3. We can subtract P and then say our current mapping of the old char. Let us decrement that. And if after decrementing, if we decrement, the old char happens to be 0, then we can just entirely delete the old char. Now the new char is s of I, and we can say curve of new char will be 1 plus dot get new char, or if this new char does not yet exist, for instance in this case, as we iterate, E is not yet in the cur mapping, then we set it to 0 and then add 1 to it. Okay, we remove the old char and delete it entirely if the count is 0. We add the new char, then we do the same thing here where we say if at this point cur equals goal, then res.append, and what do we add? Remember, we're at E position right now. We start, our range goes from P to at the length of the goal. We're starting from here. So we want to subtract, we want to add I minus P, but when we subtract I minus P, which is what we did here, we reach the char that we removed. So we want to then add 1. And that's pretty much it. That should give us the answer. Let's give that a run and submit. And there you have it. This was a on-site question for Meta 438. Find all anagrams in a string. Thanks so much. Happy coding, and hope to see you in the next one.